assuring of completing the assessment anywhere between 15 to 20 days. They're doing it in about 5 to 7. So their workload hasn't changed. They just have found more efficient ways of doing it. And we're ensuring that they're already engaged. So we're trying to, from the time that we've had that first contact with somebody, we have a number of appointments already set up so that they're already feeling like they're in the process, and it's not just this abyss that they're stuck in.
Thank you.
He actually asked the same question I was.
Any other questions?
What's your future coming?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What's the new services coming?
New services coming? There's a lot of different opportunities. I don't think that I'm in a place to actually talk about all of them at this moment.
You guys do surveys to find it?
We do surveys. We are heavily involved in asking the community, not just those that we provide services for, but the community in general. What is it that's needed? Where is there a hole?
Are you on Medium?
We are on social media. Actually, today we are in the Laytonville Observer for something that is a need from Laytonville. We've talked about our mobile PCIT van, which is going out to Laytonville and Colville. So Laytonville on Tuesdays, Colville on Thursdays. We're going to be incorporating into that Anderson Valley. We have actually started working in Anderson Valley. We have an agreement with the Anderson Valley Health Center that we utilize their space that's available throughout the week, so that those who are in Anderson Valley don't have to travel to Ukiah to get service. That's been one of the biggest concerns there. And hearing from the community, that was one of the areas that was a concern that we knew that we could fill that hole. So when we hear that input, we are constantly looking at what are our resources and what can we do to step in and address those situations.
How, the mobile service is up and running, how is that going, the bus?
It's going very well. We have 2 therapists that go out to Laytonville and 2 that go out to Colville. And they've been more in an outreach capacity to this point. However, we have gotten an uptick in referrals for those communities for PCIT. And even looking at the response from all of the social media, other media, we're still getting a lot of what is PCIT, what is parent-child interaction therapy. And we're doing a lot of explaining what the benefits are and bringing people into that understanding and being able to see the results from it as well.
Is it being receptive, is it?
Very receptive, yes.
And your therapists, are they bilingual?
Yes, we have numerous bilingual therapists.
Do you visit tribes?
Yes, we do.
How about the coast?
We do.
Marina, Manchester?
Right now we have, let's see, 2 schools in Plain Arena that we're working in. I think one school in Manchester. We have one person who's out there during the school year, and so during the summer, obviously she's not there. But we are looking at how we can responsibly and effectively, consistently show up for our neighbors on the coast as well.
The one area that I always feel like we've left out is way north, which is Piercy, as part of your area. And Piercy and those places that are up closer to Humboldt, they just seem so remote that do they get covered? Or will they be covered? Or do they even want coverage?
I honestly don't know, but that is a very good question that we can look into and see what the community is looking for and hear from them. How can we best serve?
Yeah, because everybody knows what a vast county this is, and we have the bastard stepchildren at the north and the ones at the south, and nobody needs to be left out. Covelo, we're trying to cover that. We're trying to cover the coast, but the south and the north seem to
Good
get
survey.
overlooked. Yeah. Thank you. Okey-doke. Any more public comments? Okay.
Yeah.
And please introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Taryn Soto. I'm the Program Manager of Crisis Services at RCS.
And my name is Lindsay Thornton, and I'm the Program Manager of our Adults Behavioral Health Services in Mendocino.
So a general RCS update is over the last several weeks, we have had an increase in mobile crisis calls across Mendocino County. While this speaks to the level of need of our community, we are also encouraged to see more people reaching out for support and stronger coordination happening in real time. We continue to appreciate the partnership with law enforcement and community partners as we work together to make sure individuals and families are in crisis are met with timely, compassionate, and coordinated care. The collaboration matters, and we are grateful for the continued willingness to show up together for our community. As we move into the next fiscal year, RCS is continuing to work closely with BHRS on contract planning and service expectations, especially as the system prepares for the changes connected to BHSA and BH Connect. We know there are significant changes ahead of us all, and we also know that this kind of system shift takes partnership, patience, and shared commitment. RCS remains committed to working alongside Mendocino County BHRS as we adjust to these changes and continue building a system of care that meets the needs of the people we serve. Looking ahead, we are also paying close attention to the certification and implementation expectations of assertive community treatment, which is the ACT program, and high fidelity wraparound. These are not unfamiliar populations for RCS. They are the adults, youth, and families that we already serve every day. We are eager to continue learning, preparing, and building our capacity so that these models move forward, and we are ready to support them with fidelity and in the way that makes sense for our local system. On the workforce side, our teams have been working hard on client service hours and overall service capacity. We are starting to see progress, including increased caseloads, which is helping improve access, timeliness for clients. This has taken real effort from staff and supervisors, and we continue to stay focused on supporting our teams where we are making sure clients are connected to care as quickly and effectively as possible.
And in the following charts on pages 2, 3, and 4, you'll see the current breakdowns for client totals that I'll let you look over at your leisure. And we'll go into client success stories. Client A, at just 18 years old, this remarkable young man has overcome challenges that many people never face. After experiencing years of homelessness as both a minor and a young adult, he remained determined to build a brighter future for himself and his growing family. Now a proud young father with another baby on the way, he is working full-time and has reached an incredible milestone this month. He, his partner, and their child moved into their very own apartment. Having a safe and stable place to call home has brought a renewed sense of security, hope, and happiness to their family. We are honored to have supported him along his journey and look forward to seeing all that he continues to accomplish. Client B, success story. After recently graduating from the Assisted Outpatient Treatment, AOT, this client has made remarkable progress toward independence and long-term stability. Throughout the program, he developed a stronger sense of direction and the confidence to advocate for himself. Although he has completed AOT, he has chosen to remain engaged with supportive services, demonstrating his commitment to the continued growth and wellness. Today, he is housed, maintaining his sobriety, and building a stable future. Having experienced homelessness for much of his adult life and previously requiring a higher level of care through conservatorship, he is a powerful example of how through the right intervention combined with determination and ongoing support can lead to meaningful, lasting change. We are proud of all they have accomplished and look forward to seeing their continued success. And we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Yes.
How long is the AOT program?
From what I remember, I believe it's 6 months in our housing. We currently have 3 active clients who are in our Haven housing participating in the AOT program. And I think there's also option for extension. Yeah.
So they can stay after a year?
Most likely. And throughout the whole time, we're working with them on building skills and the things that they would need to be able.
How do they become eligible?
We work with Melinda Driggers through the county, and she runs the AOT program. And when people come eligible through that program, they're presented to us who need housing.
The referral program, so there's specific criteria for AOT you have to meet. It's actually pretty strict criteria to meet AOT, which is one of the disadvantages of AOT. But if they meet those criteria, they can voluntarily go back into service, or they can agree to a service plan. It goes in front of the judge. They work with the court. They work with behavioral health. And then they'll enter into kind of a service treatment plan that focuses on what they want to work with. They go back and have court visits with the judge and give updates, and they're able to get put into housing. And then RCS is part of that treatment plan as they're involved in AOT with the courts and everything.
Thank you, Janine.
Do you have any more plans on opening more houses?
As of right now, not that I know of, but we are working on filling our open spaces within the houses that we have, and I think we only have one space available. So we're actually taking someone new in from AOT just this week, and we'll currently be almost full. We'll have one space available in one of our houses.
Do you take referrals from reentry programs, say from prison and rehab?
For AOT and care court?
Yeah.
Yes. The prisons, we don't get a lot of AOT referrals from the prisons, but the prisons are pushing more on the care court perspective. But they can, if the client meets criteria, they can put in that referral request for AOT care court or conservatorship.
You guys work with parole probation?
It comes through us.
Goes through you?
Yeah. We have a specific counselor that works in the probation department. She works under behavioral health, but she's positioned in probation, and all of the PCR releases, early release from prison back into the county system. If they're still involved in parole, a lot of times they'll stay still involved in early release and coming back and going to be involved in the probation system. They get connected to the behavioral health clinician that's part of probation. And then Meave is her name. Meave works with this system. She works with the prison system to transition the person over. If they need special mental health services, she will then connect them to the local providers.
You guys do you do 290s?
We help clients with all different things that they have going on. Yes.
And is there a brochure to this?
Absolutely.
For which one? AOT or? Yeah.
If you're interested in AOT, I definitely recommend Care Report as well. It's a newer program, but they have differences, but it's very educational.
They're on the website, and then we do have brochures for both of them.
You had said you have seen an uptick in the crisis calls. What do you think? Is there a defined thing that's attached to? Is it the heat?
I think it's the heat, and the kids have been out of school for about a month now, so now they're bored, and there's not a whole bunch of people around surrounding them because it is so hot, and then people who are out and about are getting overheated, and definitely, with the heat and the cold, we always see a change. But last time we met, Joe was even saying, what's been a change is we were just waiting for the change. We were waiting for the heat to hit because then we knew it would. And for crisis, we knew something was going to change, so we just started really trying to get people that we knew who are already connected but might be having a hard time making sure that they're getting enough water or checking with the shelter, that type of stuff to try to help reduce
Is
the
there
load.
passes for the community swimming pool that can be accessed with the heat the way it is, especially with the kids being out of school?
That would be something that we can look at, for example, if we're working with a kid, we can look into that. It would also be a parental permission type thing. So not that I'm aware of, but I know that especially through the sheriff's department, they have a whole bunch of programs that we in the past we've accessed, but I couldn't tell you today.
And with our transitional age youth program with one of our houses, That's something that we actually take them to go do. We're constantly looking for different events that we can involve the youth with, and so that's something that we do divulge in, is taking them to the public pool. Then they love it. We also go to the lake.
Yep, the crisis as well, we do the lake, we do fishing. We've been able to connect with stepping stones with our older population and be able to do different outings and stuff, just to try to keep everybody kind of busy and engaged in services. And
I forgot my flyer that I was going to bring here. Hoppin is holding a youth camp out. They're not camping out, but the 93 state to be entertained with culture and circus and learning how to do swimming and stuff like that. It's a youth camp.
Okay.
Can I get that to you guys?
That'd be
Please,
wonderful.
that'd be great.
I'll give you my email before you leave. Absolutely.
From the 20th to 24th of this month.
Great. Good to know. Thank you.
Are these programs both on the coast and inland, or right now basically inland?
AOT,
Yeah,
it's all over the county.
okay.
Yeah. And with a lot of our programs, RCS also has youth stuff on the coast, and they also do a lot of outings. It's just a little bit cooler over there. It's not as.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else have any more questions?
Yes.
Oh, Mark.
How does the Blue House take care of homeless as being people as building bridges?
Often we get a lot of people from building bridges that now become eligible for our Blue House. And we have a resident advisor who is there to overlook, because it is independent living, but RCS also has that resident advisor there to where they can seek some of that support if need be.
The residents got themselves police called on them yesterday. And it's one of the reasons I got on this board was the Blue House. When I came on this board, I lined people all day long. It was well known as a drug house. I went right to the police, they knew about it. And it calmed down after I got on this board until recently. So I just want to make you aware of that.
Yeah, I feel like there may always be a little bit of an ebb and flow, but as soon as, we do hear of that, we try and provide all of our intervention as we can. And we do have that resident advisor. We've got case managers who conduct a meeting once a week, and I actually go to that meeting as well. And so I'm able to see the house and its functionality and the members there, and we just have an open conversation about what's working and what's not working and try and problem solve.
Then you're aware that most of the people that the police have been trying to chase out of Chase County area are associated with the Blue House?
Okay. Yeah, that's something that we are,
And that's drug sales and prostitution. And it's well known, either you guys see, it was apparently somebody in my complex that called yesterday, but I was aware of it because I saw it going on all day long. Different people out front, saying different things, particularly doing.
Appreciate you letting us know.
yeah.
It's, yeah, so you said it's ongoing thing.
You wanna say
Cycles
something?
in and out.
Okay. Oh,
Okay. Thank you for bringing that up to let us know.
Mo?
Thank you. I just, maybe for some people that may not know, AOT is sometimes also known as Laura's Law, and so we've been using the acronym, but people may not know that. And then also it's for people with severe mental illness, and so there are generally people that do not fall into that category. And I think the number reference is the number of people at Building Bridges that fall into a treatment type program with RCS, not the number of people that stay at Building Bridges. They have more beds than that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, yes. Okay, thank you for your
Anything more?
time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, one more? All righty. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Sarah Walsh with Anchor Health Management, and I'll just make it brief. We're still continuing to accept referrals for our MHRC. The clients that are there seem to be making good progress, and we're working on connecting them with local resources and their families. For our med support services, while we don't have a huge issue with meds compliance. One of the PIPs that we have this year is for compliance with those with schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder. And so while we've done some things in the past, we've not really made it a main process. So now we're making it an actual process, and we're going to start tracking it to see if what we're doing is actually effective in what we're doing. With our substance use disorder, we're still continuing to work with partnership. It's going a lot slower than we had hoped. And I just got another follow-up email this week to add to the application that we already submitted that we have to respond to. So we're still in the application process. Are there any questions?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any more public comment? Okay, so we will move on. We need to approve 2 sets of minutes. Last month, we did not have a quorum, so we couldn't conduct any business. There were some discussions and presentations. And then we had the minutes from May also. So I would hope we've all looked at them. Can I have a motion, or if there are any questions, any needs to be taken care of? We'll do May 1st, and then we'll do June 2nd. Anybody have anything, changes for the May minutes? Anybody want to move to approve the minutes?
I'll move that we approve May 27th.
Okay. So who's moving the first? Okay.
Denise.
Okay, Denise is moving, and who's seconding it? Don't fight.
I'll second it.
Okay,
Tim.
all right. Okay. And any other discussion on that? All right. So can I have hands for approval of that? And any against or has to abstain? All right. So that one passes. That's for the May 27th of this year. And for the regular meeting of last month, for June 17th. Is there anybody here that has any questions or additions or changes? And is there anybody here that would like to move to approve them? Since there was, oh, you were here.
I was here, I can do that.
Yeah, okay. And anybody to second that?
I'll second.
Okay. All righty. And show of hands, who, okay, and who abstains that wasn't here? Okay, so we've got, we should have had 6 abstentions. Oh, and Jeff wasn't here, so 5 abstentions. All righty. Yep, I think we're good. Do you got that, Cody? Thank you. All righty. Moving on, we have a guest speaker. We're putting him on the spot today. His name is Brian Fay. He's our new chief of police for Willits. I think he's only been with us, what, 3 months already?
It seems like it, but it's been just a little over a year. It seems like yesterday. It really does. It really does.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I don't have a formal presentation. I just briefly wanted to introduce myself. I'm Brian Fay. Again, I'm the chief of police in Willits. I came from Marin County law enforcement. I was there for over 28 years. In Marin County, I worked in the courts, in the jail, and patrol, our investigations division, and in our task force. So I look forward to a collaborative relationship. I have worked, again, at a county, so I kind of have an idea of county government. And I saw a lot of interaction in the jail with folks that had mental health issues. So We are a small department. We are doing the best we can. We are lucky enough to have hired 3 new officers in the last 18 months, but that means that we're young too, so we are learning at every turn. So unless there's any questions, I'm Brian.
Do you have a care unit that works in your department?
No, we don't. We don't.
I don't know
So-
if that's something you'd be interested in.
Sure.
See-
I'm willing to look at everything and explore everything. Again, we're just really small, and we're trying to provide the best service that we can for what our main focus is.
So when you have somebody in crisis, you just call the crisis number, or do you send somebody out, or do you have anybody that rides along with your officers that can help?
So we'll send somebody out for sure, and then we'll ask for assistance, and we'll ask for help and expertise. Again, being young, our officers don't have, the expertise. They're not 30-year veterans that have seen it all. But yeah, any expertise that we can get from folks, yeah, we definitely look for it. And we have I ask staff, and we have a super good relationship, with everyone that shows up to help us out. So very, very positive.
Do you have all the names and numbers, contact individuals? If something like that comes up, are you who to contact?
Yeah, our dispatch is really good at that. Yeah. Yep.
You know how to find us, we're in the same building. You can just go knock on the door upstairs. Or yeah, we actually share a building with them in probation
Mhm.
and Willits, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so,
Do you see any progress in mental health issues?
In the year that I've been here, I think that the feedback I've gotten from day one to today is we're seeing a lot less homelessness and mental health, but I don't, that's a very short snapshot of what's going on. And again, I think the summer changes things. I think school changes things, whether they're in school or out of school, as previously mentioned. So a small snapshot, yeah, I would love to say it's getting better. I have a positive attitude, but it ebbs and flows.
Are you attending the Community Safety Foundation meetings that help the police department?
Yes. Yes.
That's one thing I-
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, there is. I'll be back.
do you see a big difference between Mendocino County and how we're handling things as opposed to Marin County? Other than Marin has much more money.
Yeah, that would be my biggest comment on the differences is just size and scope and capacity, really. But I don't think that there's anything, vastly different with ideas or approach. It's just a matter of resources. And that could be the difference between, Fort Bragg, Willits, Ukiah, and the Sheriff's Office, just a different size, different resources, different capacity.
Have you seen any other ways of dealing with mental health that you would like to be able to incorporate into your department?
I would love to, have more officers and have more training and have, again, capacity. I would love to have that, but, we all have resource restrictions. I would love to have, the model where we have, clinicians or experts riding along with our officers all the time, but of course it's resources and capacity again.
And how close are you to full employment or full staffing for your department?
So the current budget cut us by 25% in staffing numbers, which means that we're really close to capacity now. We had some vacancies, but it's really tough. It's really tough. Officer-wise, we're better, but.
Okay. Thank you.
Because that's the one thing we've seen over the last few years is when Chief Cervenka started his program, and he has since retired, but it gave impetus all around the county to have these people available. And it's made a big difference, I think, for the people on the street. And I don't think people coming to them from that degree are as intimidating as a police officer walking up. They might not. So I would suggest if you have the capability of starting something like that, that it'd be a good idea.
For sure, for sure.
And we all want water out of stones.
Thank you for giving your time today.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. No, thank you for the invite.
Yeah, we really appreciate you being here.
Okay, thank you for the work you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions that anybody has? Okay. All righty. The revised meeting schedule. I'm going to take the fall on this one. There was a lot of confusion over where we were going to be, when we were going to be. I think there were a few things that contributed to that. We've had a lot of change in staff. We've had a lot of pressure to change things. We're changing just the way how all of this is handled. And so that's why I said I'm going to take the fall on this one. On the website did not get changed. And we had, pardon me?
Oh, sorry.
No,
I just was looking at it, and then I see we're on the coast next. Sorry.
Right. Well, what we had originally done is gone to St. Anthony's and tried to talk to them because we want to do our coastal meeting with Measure B. Mm-hmm. And we did not ever solidify that, and somehow it got onto the calendar. And it was on the calendar for the wrong month. So it is now corrected. We are meeting next month with Measure B in Casper at the Casper Community Center. And I believe we're ordering lunch for those of us that have to stay there for the duration. And hopefully we'll see a lot of people from the coast show up and join us and learn what's going on. But anyway, so what I'd like to do with this is, being as we now have the correct calendar up on the website, and I would like to take a vote and an okay from this board to accept it the way it is now. And again, I apologize for
I
that.
just want to make clarification, we're not meeting with Measure B, but we're meeting at the same location as
At-
Measure B.
thank you, if I
We'll
sound-
meet-
thank
we'll
you
meet
for
at
clarifying.
10, and they'll meet at 1.
Okay.
Just to make sure, it's two separate meetings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, all right, so does anybody have any questions about that? Or clarifications other than me not being as clear as I
Is
might
that
be?
the only change from the last time we?
Well, it flip-flopped with this meeting.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, and the rest of it is correct.
I think you guys had originally thought you'd go in July to the coast, right? And then you decided to align it with Measure B, which was going in August.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it's actually good that we have our Measure B meeting and our Bhab meeting at the same facility, and there's some continuity, and I would hope people would come and listen to both. So do I hear a motion to accept the calendar as it is now?
I'll make a
Yes.
motion. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll second. Thinking first. I'll second it.
Okay. Can we do a roll call vote on this since it's already been confusing?
Yeah.
Please.
Anthony?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes?
Mark?
Were you asking me?
If you approve of the
Schedule.
schedule as it is now for the rest of the year.
Yeah, for the, okay.
Denise?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Martin? Gina?
Yes.
And I'm a yes.
Okay. And my understanding is that we would really like all of you guys to attend on the coast. And I don't know that we're going to have the option of
I
Zoom?
can't be there. I have other meetings at that time here in Ukiah.
Okay,
I think we were going to have a Zoom option if they met one of the requirements to
okay.
do Zoom. So I know that, I believe Jennifer meets that requirement, so we were going to have that as an option.
All right. And I think Martin has a conflict also.
I've had set up a meeting on these days, it's the same day as the meeting I already set up. So I can't get it on the other, but I can use Zoom.
Okay. All right. So if you are going to need Zoom and you meet the criteria, should they be calling Cody or
Yeah,
Rosanna?
they can let Cody know, and then we just need to know what criteria it falls under.
Okay. All right. And I'm sure Cody will bug me at some point. It's almost guaranteed. All righty. So, thank you very much for that, and I apologize for what happened. Going on to Dr. Miller.
So, Joe, can we do mine after you do the next one, since we were going to do an activity? Yeah, you didn't have to do something. No, sorry, your stuff. Your stuff. We're gonna do a quality assurance
Oh,
activity,
okay.
remember?
All right. So
Don't
this
let Mark-
is, well, it's still, the quality assurance performance improvement is under your purview.
Well, yeah, it would have to be, yeah.
Okay. So,
But can we do board and committee reports first, and then we'll go into that?
oh, okay. All right, we can do that. I didn't realize that's what you were saying. Somebody just needs to.
Now you're all nervous, right? Wondering what we're gonna make you do.
No, no, I'm not nervous. I'm probably melting from the heat, but that's it. I have nothing to report. I took care of what we did. Thank you for being here. Mo, do you have anything to report?
No.
Okey-doke. Jen?
No?
All right. Martin?
Well, we're way overdue for appreciation to the whole board. So we should celebrate one of these meetings when we're all gonna be there. Do an appreciation day for the community, like, for them to see who the board is here, that the folks will, I know you do it every month, but it would be a special event for the community. Appreciate what they have in place here. You're all on board, you're all doing your part. We don't really know you're here. Don't really know. We should appreciate who we are as a committee and let people know that, know who to talk to, and get more public comments and stuff like that. And things to
That brings.
let the board know they're appreciated.
All right. One of the questions I have is, could something like that be done as part of the opening of the hospital in conjunction with the Measure B committee? Would we get more people there for that?
We are gonna do a grand opening, we can look at doing something at that time.
Because that's what Martin's been talking about.
Yeah, it would be good to
'Cause-
announce who's who, and how that place got there. With all the work, and plus maybe even write down who's not here no more, but they were part of getting it going. They brought things in place. Put yourself notice, let the public see.
Yeah, we might all scare them.
I could take you someplace where you'll see some scary people. You guys are not scary. And also, people that help this whole committee to get this work done, to help us, make us look good, or make us get some suggestions of what is missing out there. Let them feel comfortable to come talk to us and tell us, right? I work hard with the tribes, and they're still wanting that desk in mental health. I told them, I'm not the decision maker, I just sit on an advisory board. I can just advise, put something there like that in place.
Martin, tell them they need people to apply.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. So I'll follow up with you on what the position is that we should apply for, so I know what to apply.
Do you know?
We've had a lot, but no follow through.
Do you know by population how much of the percentage is like represented as tribal community?
You have 10 tribes that are federally recognized here in the county. And each one of them is probably 500 plus.
Okay.
You know, and each one of them brings in over $1 million a year to this county. And some of them have their own businesses that employ a lot of people in this county. So I would say it shouldn't be left out of the planning as far as knocking on the door. For your information, I was just talking to someone before I came here, and I told them it wasn't until 1968 that all the signs came down that said no Indians allowed in this store. 68, that's just around the corner, you know what I mean? So you wonder why they don't show up, and you wonder why I keep asking all the service providers, are you dealing with the tribes? Are you making site visits? Are you going there? That's because, you know, I'm glad that Mo goes to events, she makes herself present. Betsy, she's Betsy. But she's welcome there, and I hope she always feels that. You're all welcome to these events that you have, and you just gotta show up. So they're very busy as far as population. It might probably be the smallest number in the categories of race, but they have the biggest issues. And a lot of times because the county programs are not including them in the planning sessions of what comes here, and I think that's not good. I don't think that's good, because you can knock on the door with federal government fundings when you deal directly with federal sovereign tribes. Get that extra funding there.
So Martin,
I don't know.
I'm sorry. To get, should the county be going and inviting them as opposed to them coming to the county and asking?
You're not gonna come to.
Okay, so that answered my question.
Because of all what happened in the past and all that.
That's,
That doesn't take from 68 out today, that's no deal with the process. And there has been no changes done as far as, there's been a few changes, but not much.
okay, so,
And Joe, just so you know, health services, we go to Consolidated Board quarterly, and Supervisor Klein came with me to one of those meetings.
Oh, good.
To kind of talk about that connection. And we do talk with Round Valley Otis quite often to try and work with those connections. But yeah, we try to make sure we are reaching out as much as we can from the health services side.
Yeah.
well, you can only reach so much, and then if nobody answers, then,
I feel like we have good rapport.
Good.
I feel like we have good relations. And so, you know, they participate in things that we ask them to, and they're part of the Health Care Coalition. So Consolidate participates, Round Valley participates, Canoliville, New Life participates.
okay. The, can we move on from that one? The other, we did lose a longtime member with the last changes, that was Perry. And in the past, when we've had people leave this board, we have given them a plaque of recognition for service, and I think we need to do that for Perry. Do we need to do a vote on that?
Yeah, because you would be
We're spending money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll make the motion to second appreciation, in the letter for.
Okay, and did I hear you second back there, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay. So can we just do it formally again, please?
Yeah, Joe,
Yes?
Mark,
Yes.
Denise,
Yes.
Jill,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Gina,
Yes.
and a yes for me, and Anthony had to leave the room.
So, okay. Well, it passes even without
There he
him.
is. Anthony, do you agree to a plaque and a letter thanking Perry for her services?
I do, yes.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. Timing was good, Anthony, for coming back. All righty. The membership ad hoc committee, Anthony and Tim and I met and we made some changes and some choices. And we now have a new board. And I don't think we have any board action on this. And the only thing is this ad hoc committee is now dissolved. We don't need a vote for that, correct?
No, unless there was any other pending work that we had to do, but I
No.
think that our work is done.
The last thing was, as far as I was concerned, was this plaque for Perry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, do you want to go on with your report now,
Sure.
Dr. Miller?
Sure. So you guys have, my report attached. If there's any comments, questions, I'm happy to answer those. If there's any additional data we'd like to see in those, as always, we're willing to expand and add any additional information you guys would like to see. As you know, it's, contract season for us. We're coming to the end of it, and so the special mental health contracts are set to go to the board on the 21st. We were hoping to get them there before July, but with the rollout of Prop 1 BHSA and trying to get the RFP in place, we really were pushing to try to finalize all that before the contracts went in front of the board. Unfortunately, not all of BHSA will be in the current contracts. We know there's still some negotiations. One of the things with changes to BHSA is a requirement for us to roll out 8 different evidence-based practices, and that you have to really look at those funds that you're spending on your FSPs, which we were able to spend differently. Really need to make sure we're funding our evidence-based practices first, and those evidence-based practices have to be done to fidelity. And there's centers of excellence that are working with every county to roll out those evidence-based practices. So we have to prioritize those first and then look at those funding, what we have left after that, to really roll that additional dollars into the contracts that we have with our special mental health providers. So what we'll be bringing forward on the 21st is contracts to continue what we've been doing, especially mental health specifically, with some BHSA in there, but knowing that we'll have to come back as we really fine-tune our evidence-based practices and figure out which providers or which new providers we may need to bring into the community to do some of those evidence-based practices. There has been some conversations of is there some regional model approaches to evidence-based practices, because some of them are so high level, and yet you would not have maybe 1 or 2 people in small rural communities that you couldn't actually maintain a team and pay for it at the level that you would only have 1 or 2 clients to serve in that type of evidence-based practice. So there has been some conversations with other counties of what would this look like. There is small rural counties can get some exemptions for our evidence-based practices to roll them out, not right away, take time to build up those. So those are conversations that are happening across the state. So those will be coming on the 21st, and just to note that that is happening. We will be going back, like I said, once we get evidence-based practices and the HSA finalized. We also will, in that report, it'll talk a little bit about our HEDIS measures, where we are compared to the state of California for meeting our HEDIS measures. Sarah mentioned the PIP. A PIP is a performance improvement project. Those are sometimes defined by the state based on where they may see a deficit in the whole system across the state of California, or somewhere within your system where they want to start defining, looking at specific metrics. And psychiatry is one of those metrics sometimes they put forward as an area they want to see counties looking at. So that will be in the report, in addition to the conversation about Avatar, as we've talked about at this board and the Board of Supervisors. Not all the contractors decided to go into Avatar, and we will be presenting the impact on the county long-term for not going into Avatar, the cost to the county and the providers, and really asking the board to make a decision on, do we require everyone going into Avatar, which is what the board originally sort of wanted, or is there an exception for some hybrid models, and then how do we limit the number of hybrid models, because the impact on county staff, it means it costs the county more to operate with hybrid models. And we're not even sure we can get completely in compliance with the state, with all of the state and federal mandates that are changing. So that'll be at the board meeting to make a final decision, so we can look at how that we move forward with interoperability. And also a good timing, as we've talked about, we are rolling out DMC ODS as a standalone county, going live January 1st. And so we have been in conversations with the state partnership, as I noted here before. Partnership has decided to get out of the regional model, and working with the contracted providers we plan to work with to get this up and running. Most of them are the similar contractors that were already in the regional model that we'll continue to contract with, but there will be some change in that, because it does mean having some more oversight through the county, but we were already paying an admin UR fee to partnership. We never stopped doing admin UR in the county because of concerns that partnership wasn't going to be able to meet the state mandates, and we have been out of compliance with state mandates since we've gone into the regional model. So really working to get that to a single county model and get back into compliance and meet all of our state and federal standards is what we're really focusing on for SUDT. But it's timely because we also now have SUDT providers who are going to be coming into the system. So far, we do not, every SUDT provider that wants to come work for the county, I can't say all of them, but the ones we've had face-to-face meetings with are all willing to use Avatar. So they have no issue using the county system. We have one provider that works with 30 other counties and uses whatever the county wants them to use, and they currently use one of the systems is Avatar, so they're very familiar with Avatar. And the other providers that we've talked to are very willing to use the county system. We're also working with ResPad, the Bhab provider that's opening. We'd like to get them into Avatar, and they're willing to consider that and look at that as an option. So more to come on what happens with that. So that's kind of what's going to the board. The DMC ODS isn't going to the board because we're rolling it out. We will have contracts going to the board as we roll out DMC ODS, but our subcontract is under review by the state. The state has to make sure they feel like we're in compliance with the contracts before they finalize it. Then it will go to county council for review, and then we'll start looking at getting contracts with all of the DMC ODS providers so that we're in place, systems ready to go by January 1st. The good news is that they did extend funding for global crisis until June of 2027. So we'll have to see what happens after June of 2027. One of the things I just want to note that California has done different than a lot of other states or areas regarding mobile crisis. And Chief Fay mentioned, I'd love to have them go out together. California, when they developed their model, they did not develop the model that you see across the United States where you respond with law enforcement. And it doesn't even align with what they say evidence-based practice from Crisis Intervention International put forward as their training and model experts, right? So California created a model that you do not have to go out with law enforcement. It's an expectation. You don't go out with law enforcement, and then you go out with 2 mental health workers at all times. What we have heard both from locally from our own law enforcement and across the state is the fear that we're potentially putting mental health workers in the line of danger. They're not equipped to respond to some things by this model. And we have even experienced in county where we've called and said we got to go out on the call, and law enforcement agencies said do not go. Do not go without us. You are in danger if you respond to that call, which creates a conflict with what the state mandate is, that the state's saying we need to respond, and law enforcement is saying you are putting yourself in danger by doing that. So I'm hopeful that maybe California will, I doubt it, but make some changes and start looking at some of the evidence-based practices that are happening across the United States, and maybe look at those models differently than what we've created. But this is what we have for now. And so we are in compliance with that, and we are doing mobile crisis. The good news is the funding now is at least available through June 2027, and we'll see if additional funding comes into play after that. The PUF is on its way every day. I would love to say it's going to open tomorrow. It's not. So we're still waiting for final construction and the occupancy certification, but we are talking regularly with ResPAD, and they are ready to go and start hiring and get people in as soon as it is ready to go. And so, they are a great partner. We're really excited, and we can't wait for it to finish. And then really trying to work with Medi-Cal to get them certified quickly. That's going to be our big thing, is trying to push on the state to get certified quickly, or looking at a way to be able to utilize it while we're waiting for Medi-Cal certification, and could we backfill some. So a lot of questions there. We're still trying to work through that with ResPAD. And other than that, we're applying for grants, always applying for grants. If anyone knows any that you are looking at, we recently are partnering with Coast Clinic on a couple grants to really do some system-wide. I know Tapestry, I think you were part of that with us. So working with some of the FQHCs to look at how do we better collaborate together. And so we just went into kind of a joint agreement to work together with Coast Clinics on a grant that would really expand across the whole county throughout the years of the grants, if we get it. And we're continuing to look at partnerships across the healthcare system to really expand the relationships and the service and care. And I'm happy to answer any questions before you have to do your project.
My project.
Your project.
I just, when I came in today, I stopped at the new hospital, and I usually take pictures, and I hadn't for a while. And I thought the fact that there was a huge dumpster in the parking lot full of garbage meant that they were starting to clean up after themselves. And I took that as a positive. I don't know.
It is a positive. It's a positive. It's just going through everything. Like the generator, I think, arrived this week, so that was like a huge thing. But it's still, it's still getting everything done and then getting the occupancy.
Yeah, I actually took a picture of the dumpster, and it's like over the top full. Electrical wire wheels and so forth. So, spools.
It's when they roll it out of there that gives us.
But this is close.
It's close. I'm hearing they think we might get, August, sometime in August is what I'm hearing. So fingers crossed that date doesn't change. But then it really is getting, the med cert and getting them up fully staffed. It's hard to hire a bunch before they have a place for them to work, because then they're paying a salary. But they do, they let me know they hired a clinical director who's coming with experience. So that's really good news. They're excited about that hire, and they are planning. They already have their teams from their 2 other facilities prepared to come in and open up our facility. So we have some good experience that will be opening our facility and training their new staff.
What's the average timeline for the Medi-Cal certification? Oh, that's
well, it can be like 6 months.
Oh,
state.
6 months to a year.
But we're gonna hope. One of the things they had said with the B-CHIP project that they were going to try to fast track getting these certified. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna push with the state on, the need, and there's a need, right? We know this is a need, so we will be pushing our connections to do everything we can to get it certified.
Yeah.
You had to ask the loaded question, right?
And the state usually tries, they're pretty good, they do try to work with the counties.
Expedited it.
Is
Yeah.
there a time that we could possibly be able to meet with the director, just see?
I
what
can't
his
hear you,
vision
Tim.
is? Yeah. Is there a time that we would be able to meet the director and just to see, you know, what his vision is or her vision is for the facility, and just get a chance to know someone?
Yeah, we were gonna have them come, I can see if they can come in August, being that we're gonna be on the coast, but maybe they don't mind coming, but they usually bring their team.
Okay.
They have a really good team that they probably bring. I don't know if their new clinical director will be available by then, but at least you would see the heads that are
Yeah.
really, making the decisions from the top down.
Yeah, because they made a presentation of Measure B. They haven't done us yet. So that might be a good idea, just bring them to the coast. See, you could come live over here. It's nice and cool and beautiful. Of course, it's beautiful here too, so. Okay.
All right, so we are, you guys do not have to stay for this. It's not entertaining. It'll be entertaining for them if you want to watch them, but not information-based is what I would say.
She wanted,
Am I scaring you all now? I need to get to leave. So we had talked about one of the
It better
things
not
we do
be.
a lot in
thank
in
you all for
behavioral
being
health
here.
that has rolled out into health services. A lot of quality assurance, right? So we have a requirement to do quality assurance, performance improvement, and compliance on an everyday basis. And so we spend a lot of time, Jill will already know this, so we're at a disadvantage. A lot of times we spend doing what's called Plan, Do, Study, Act.
Oh,
And
PDSA, we
everyone's-
do that in
PDSA,
schools.
yeah.
PDSA, yeah.
Yes.
So one of the exercise, which we're gonna work with you guys on, we do with our staff, has to deal with Mr. Potato Head. And it's a fun way to learn about Plan, Do, Study, Act. It's also a fun way to learn about teamwork and compliance and quality assurance. And since we do this with our staff on almost probably yearly, why are you laughing, Jill?
I retired from that, Janine. I retired from Mr. Potato Head.
You didn't, obviously.
Well, then you should be able to lead us and get it done.
You can be our team leader, Jill.
She does not get to be the team leader, that's the problem.
Oh,
Whoever's
yeah.
team she ends up on, she doesn't get to give too much away. So, we're gonna do some fun activities. And we do this with our staff. I really do. I spend a lot of time with our staff learning about quality improvement, and it's a fun way to really start learning about quality improvement and teamwork and the importance of quality improvement, and making sure you don't come up with an initiative and roll it out before you really thought about it, or if you're going to roll it out small, because you don't want to roll it out big and then have major issues later on, and it impacts clients in the process. So that's kind of what it's about. So what we'll do is we'll get into teams of 3, and so I think if we just count off 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so that you all get into a team. So Mark, you're 1. Mark, you're 2.
You're 2.
Jill?
I'll go 3.
2.
3.
1.
2.
3. 1.
2.
All right, so we will, Brian, you get to be 3.
Fantastic.
All right. All right, so we're going to make him play.
Wait a minute.
What?
You get to be 3.
No, I have to give directions.
She's,
I already know how
she's
it
the
works.
boss.
I already know how it works. So what you'll do is if you guys get into your teams, all the 1s, all the 2s, all the 3s. Okay. So again, if you want to all do it, huh?
Sorry.
I almost made Dustin do it.
We'll come to you, Mark, the 1.
Potato Head.
Jennifer, you're
You're a 1.
I'm a 3, yeah.
Okay. I'm a 2. Martin's a 2.
Where's the 3s going?
Yeah. Martin, can you come this way? Who else
All right,
is a
who's
2?
the lead for this is 3.
Oh, I got all the boys?
Yeah.
Oh, idiots.
Twos.
Yeah.
Twos, we're twos.
Especially if they got the blindfold.
It's not an actual.
The blindfold?
I thought she was too.
Is this the 3 second?
Yeah.
In case y'all guys wanted to know how often we do this.
Oh my God, she actually has potato heads.
Yes, so just so you know, when we started this years ago, we started out with just a couple, and now we have like probably 15 or 20 potato heads because we're so big. And one of our staff made us a cute bag.
I was gonna say, where'd you find the
Our
bag?
staff made this for
That's
us
awesome.
because
There's so
the
many
activity we do.
Do you want me
You have a chair?
No, I'm good.
Just bring one over.
Yeah,
All right,
bring one
so-
over, this is fine.
Do you mind if I actually say, because I teach PJs, I've never done
You were the 3.
Yes.
You are great. Reaver doesn't want to leave.
Grab a chair. Oh, yeah. Welcome. Okay.
Come on and scoot over, Mark.
Come on, I don't
Join
bite.
us.
I got relocated already now.
You gotta relocate again. Oh, God. I haven't seen the new Mr. Potato Heads
Do
yet.
not turn this over.